Donald Trump has tweeted out a message by a white genocide Twitter account. I was going to say a politician has, but you would have already known it was Donald Trump, so there was no point anyway. Let's show the tweet that he retweeted. So vote Trump. Look, the image is funny. The image is hilarious. He looks like Will Ferrell there. But the thing is, it's white genocide TM.
Right?
So his name is listed as Donald Trumpovitz, appears to be a self-proclaimed neo-Nazi. His account is filled with anti-Semitic and anti-Muslim imagery and comments. His avatar is an illustration of the founder of the American Nazi Party. And we have just given him a bunch of publicity. So enjoy, let's balance it. Troll the shit out of that motherfucker. Go send him a bunch of tweets. Yes. And so then you turn to Stormfront, very popular white supremacist organization, who were talking about the fact that he tweeted out. One commenter said, for a propaganda for us standpoint, freaking awesome. From a wanting Trump to win, I don't know. The media is going to be all over this. You turned out to be right there. And look, I don't think anybody is all that surprised that he is tweeting this out. That one of two things is true. Either that he doesn't look carefully at it, or it's on purpose.
It has to be. I mean,
and he's like, you know what? I want people to see it and know.
It says right in the frickin' name, Twitter name, white supremacy. Are you kidding me?
That was literally, that was my thing. Like when I heard about the story, I was like, you know, I've retweeted things before and not necessarily like looked at who, you know, like looked at the profile before I tweeted. And I was like, innocent, but I was like, it says white genocide, and then like, how do you even do that? Like, yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah. So what surprises me is that, you know, what the next time he goes on George Snuffleupagus' show, he's not going to hold his feet to the fire.
Will they bring that up? Yeah.
Well,
no, and if they do, he's just going to say, the young intern who accidentally did a retweet apologizes. That was for a different one. The guy who says it's all about personal responsibility and he's his own man.
The young intern. What, can we stop giving our interns access to our personal fucking Twitter accounts?
Exactly.
But you saw
who would what? That doesn't happen.
It seems like you're just setting yourself up for problems. Like but you saw, I think it was the International Business Times where the intern gave an interview and they said we don't manage or have access to his Twitter. So it's, I mean, I think it's obviously what you're saying, what you were suggesting earlier, that I think it's something that he's doing and he does it and it kind of sets the tone he wants. And then he's like, oh gosh, I don't know what happened. Like, but it already has the effect. It already has the effect that he wanted. Exactly. And I mean, but he knows his base. So I mean,
he knows his base.
So
his
for
base that goes to Stormfront.
Right. So for that, I mean, he's all over it. I mean, he's nailing down that base pretty solid.
Yeah. And to the point that Jimmy was alluding to in this story and the previous one about how he's never really called on it. Maybe they'll bring up one comment and then he gets to say, oh, if it makes you feel better, then I'll denounce them. Right. And then they don't stop it. The reason that they can't do that is they so desperately want him to keep calling into their show and keep being there for the ratings. And if they say, this guy is a fucking racist, this guy loves neo-Nazi Twitter accounts, at some point, it will not be enough if you're a reasonable journalist who actually went to school for it to just do the follow-up questions. At some point, you got to cut him off. Yeah. And they don't want to be brought to that point. Yeah. Joe Scarborough does not want to start rejecting the call of Donald Trump in the morning, and so he doesn't want to get close to it by bringing up all of the racist shit that he does.
That's I guess the profit incentive in news, which a lot of people sort of lament, which is where you can't really take a stand on anything morally because it interferes with your profit margin. It's like, you know, we still are a TV network that has to sell ad space, and we know that Donald Trump generates a lot of eyes. So we can't call him out for being the racist, misogynist, sexist, walking pile of disgusting flesh that he is. And so, you know, it's like we have to kind of keep, you know, bowing to him, and it's bad. I think that's what you were talking about. It's bad for our politics. Yeah. It's bad for the future of our politics. I can't even imagine. Even Reagan, who was a nut, by today's standards of the Republican Party, seems like a very progressive guy. Yes. And it's like, this is how far, like, when I was watching Palin and Trump, I was like, what the hell is going on this planet right now in our election? And why are other countries not laughing about it?
I think they are.
I think they are.
No doubt about it.